So what did we do with HYPR now is a deep secret. You're not gonna. I don't think I've ever told this story, but this is a true story of what we did. So HYPR, what it would do initially, the initial very, very basic product, would scan an influencer, would take a sample of their audience, and then it would analyze that audience, and it would say things like, okay, you're followed primarily by men or primarily by women. They're of this age group. They're located in these places. 10% of them is fake. And so this is an industry that up until that point, people would buy based on followers. Say, oh, this person has 1 million followers. I'm very excited. And what we said, well, here's Kim Kardashian. She's got 100 million followers, but only 70% are women. So you already lost 30 million followers. And then only 28% are in the US. So that's down to like 20 million followers. And then her engagement rate is actually just 1%. So your post is going to be seen by 2 million followers, or whatever the math is. And then
10% are fake.
Right. And then, by the way, 10% or 50% are fake. Depends on, by the way, in Kim Kardashian's case, it's not a good example because obviously she's very strong. But plenty of influencers, we kind of, we didn't make anything up, but we were delighted to see that they were selling bullshit, because by them saying HYPR is terrible, they were selling us, because the people buying their services were already somewhat suspicious. So when they would say, "Oh, you can't trust HYPR," this is my real data, and we came in and say, "Look, we have no beef in this fight. We're just giving you the data that we have according to our data. 1, 2, 3." That was a great marketing channel for us. And in the early days, that's what got the viral spread in the industry, where it was like, I worked with this influencer, it didn't go that well, and now I looked at the HYPR report and I kind of see why.
So the channel is almost like the channel is the report that you built that could prove that
the influencers, by having a large audience and saying that we're terrible, we're creating visibility for us. And we knew we weren't terrible, but the only reason we were able to do that is because of the realization that they are a commodity. So if we didn't accept that as the truth, and we were like the other companies who were trying to get all these influencers to work with them, we wouldn't be able to use that as a channel. So just like really anything, it initially created a lot of like fear within our investors. You're going to get in fights with some of these influencers. But the approach was, look, if we are going to be the company that tells you the truth, and we're going to help you make decisions, we're going to run into some fights. So we did, and it created, but it's almost like the Pepsi challenge, by Coke acknowledging the Pepsi challenge and giving Pepsi visibility. So they gave us visibility, and they actually made us on their level, where we were this small startup.